Hey, so things are looking good here. Um, I would, we can do a couple different things here. Like the tears or the blood. I know you talked about doing those two different ways. I would have done those as separate pieces of geometry. The reason being is um, you're going to you're going to want to use a different material for these. Um, we don't necessarily have to do it that way, but it's probably going to be easier to do it that way. Then you can get some refractive qualities to it and subsurface and change it from what the head is. Okay, you could do the same thing with the horns if you want to extract those. So like you have the eyes as separate pieces, so those are going to be easy to do separate materials for. Um, Everything else you should be fine with having it together. Maybe if these are supposed to be drips of blood, you could do those kind of as separate pieces. Um, but what I would say is let's work on starting to texture this next week. I can kind of walk you through some material stuff, some texturing stuff. So I still want to see you get the flowers and the branches in her hair done, and then we can make a quick border inside of Maya. But you're at a really good point. Um, I think I'd like to just move you along on Monday to kind of get the whole process down so you can start creating more on your own and getting the color in there and everything like that. If you do want to start kind of painting textures, I don't know how good you are with color work or if you enjoy it, but if you go to Poly Paint and you click Colorize, this is going to allow you to start painting color on it. So you can come over to the left here and select any color you want. So if you want like a skin tone, turn off Z-Add, turn on only RGB, and now you can start painting, those values. So if you want to paint color on her and paint her makeup and all that stuff, you could do that before next week, and then we can transfer. I'll show you how to transfer those colors, get them into Maya, and start, um, start kind of going from there. So, and you can come back here and take your RGB intensity down. If you're painting with your Wacom pen, it's going to help too. So I could maybe put a little bit of rosiness in her cheeks. That's just going to start, painting over the top. Maybe a little bit of red above her eyes, and however you want to kind of style her. That's something kind of crimson maybe for the blood or whatnot. You can come in here and start painting the blood. Again, the blood I would do as secondary pieces. So in order to do that, you can mask off currently what you have for the blood. So I go through and mask all that. And then in Subtool, you can go to Extract, hit Extract. I would maybe extract with 0 thickness. So it's going to extract what exactly it is. Hit Accept. And then on here, you can see you have that blood kind of as a separate layer. So that would be one way to do it. The other way that you could start this, just because of the way you modeled it, is duplicate the head. Let's delete this guy. You could duplicate the head, smooth all this out, and then start sculpting out the blood as a secondary. If you're confused by that, we can talk about it more on Monday. I'd really like to just kind of get you comfortable with painting and getting this into a finalized piece, and then we can start talking about some techniques and some workflows that you should develop with. But if you want to keep more of your art for illustration purposes, like we talked about on Wednesday, and do like maybe magazine covers and things for comic books and stuff like that, there's a different way you can approach this. Even something like this, you could potentially 3D print or something like that. So good job. Keep up the good work. I want to see your colors painted by Monday as well, since you're kind of moving ahead well here. Just go through, follow the process I just showed, paint all the colors. If you want to get the blood and the horns on a separate layer, you can follow the extraction process that I showed as well.